As a reseller, do you ever think to yourself, I've got too much to do and I just can't get through it? Well, today I'm going to explain what I'm feeling like, because it's getting to the stage where I just feel like I'm overrun and I'm not getting anywhere. I'll show you what I mean. I've shown you before what my state of the inside of my house is like, and yeah, this is one of the bedrooms and all this is stock from age ago. That's from the auction with loads of different like bears and everything, such a long time ago. I've even got stuff down there somewhere which is worth a lot. That's a vintage Playmobil and I just haven't got around to it. The wardrobe is actually the neatest part. It's all organised because I did get rid of all the clothes, but still, that is new stock which I bought at the outlet in Nike. So yeah, still haven't got it on. But it doesn't end there. I have still got all of these to list. Paw Patrols. Some of these games are so desirable. I mean, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. Kerplunk, the vintage Kerplunk. I've sold 2 of them. They sell very quickly. Monopoly. Everything, even speakers in the hallway. It's just getting around to them. And we have got my actual listing room. This has been listed. This is from recent, so that's okay. Just need to go in the shed. That's what I'm going to be showing you in a minute, what's sold. But look at all this, all over the place. Why am I not listing stuff like this? I've already sold one of these. Did it in a video for over 25 quid. I've got the whole trailer. You're looking at 40 quid. I've got micro machines stuff. I've got stereos. I've got cues, which I'm really good at selling at. Desirable things like this, which, you know, as bundled up, they sell quite quickly. I've got a Hoover, which is like a 70 quid Hoover. Why am I not listing it all? There's going to be one particular person who's going to be saying, well, you should be listing it. And that's the person I live with, which is my mom. She helps me out. I don't praise her enough, but I'm going to praise her again. If it wasn't for her, I would be in a lot more of a mess if I didn't have her, because she packs everything I sell. So I don't have to worry about shipping anything, the postage or anything. She packs it, then I obviously drop it off. So without her, I would be in a bigger mess. But would I? And this is the thing what I'm going to be talking about. But first, we're going to go and show you what I've sold over the weekend. I think I've sold 11 items, so not the biggest. I have only just came back from holiday. Well, it's been a week now, so I'm trying to get back into the swing of it. And 11 items, well, actually 12 items, because I have sold one to somebody I know in my area, so that's cash in hand. And yeah, it's not too bad. I think about 400 quid's worth in sales almost, so it's not too bad for a weekend. So let's show you what I've sold. So first of all, I sold some Birkin Socks. Jenna, they are coming to you literally after this video, so around about 12 o'clock, and I sold some Birkin Socks. These are the Arizona ones. Absolutely love them. I love these. If these were in my size, I'd probably keep some myself. Brand new. Nothing wrong with them. And yeah, really, really, really nice. I did a deal with her for £50. Obviously, they owe me around about 15 quid each. So that's 35 quid back into what I spent 70 quid on for the whole stock. So just need to sell another pair. And I'm back into money. So nice little sale. Thank you, Jenna. If you ever want anything else again, just let me know. I've got some other Birkin Socks if you do fancy them for your family as well. One of the things I've sold over the weekend is this. And obviously, Woody, Slinky, and Rex. And I only picked these up last week. And I'm going to be explaining something that I'm going to be trying to do now with listing. because of the sales which I have done. I think it was last week or the week before I went on holiday, and I picked up a big bundle. I paid £14 for these, and I could have separated them. I could have made 20 quid off Rex, probably 20 quid off Woody, or 30 quid off Buzz and that. Buzz is visor is snapped on one side. It closes, but it doesn't stay closed. It needs new latches. Slinky's not like in the best condition. His Slinky is actually a bit bent. Woody and Rex are absolutely fine though. So I sold them for 35 quid. Like I said, I paid 14 quid. The next item is this, and this is Dino Tracks from a Netflix little cartoon program. I remember my son watching this. I think this is a really underrated cartoon. It's really, really good. I think he's one of the leaders. They always get beaten up, I think. But I picked this up ages ago. I knew what it was, and I thought it has to be worth at least 10 quid. And it was. I sold it for £10, but I only paid £1. And this is the thing about buying things for £1, which can get you 10 quid. If you can sell enough of these sort of things, it all adds up. So yeah, sold it for 10 quid. Something from my personal own collection. I had loads of DVDs. I've got 2 suitcases of DVDs, some really, really cool ones, and this was one of them. And I'm regretting selling this because one of the best films ever in my childhood, Johnny 5, Short Circuit. The first one I do like, but I do prefer the second one. Comment down below what he says, his famous saying in Short Circuit. If you do, I'll give you a high five. But this owes me nothing because it's my own personal collection. Never even opened it. So it's sealed, sold that for £4.50. Slowly, the granny is starting to make me some money. I think I'm about even now. So all them haters saying I ripped her off. No, I didn't. I think actually she did a very good deal on me because Papio is something I'm never ever going to buy again. I have only sold the Knights with the horses so far. I have sold none of the other things. Saying that, I haven't listed some of the things, but the only ones that seem to be desirable are these, and they don't sell for much. I sold this one. It's like, I think it's like King Richard or somebody like that with his horse for £7. Obviously, I bought a massive bundle, so I don't know how much they're worth each, but it's going to be less than £1 each. So yeah, 7 quid. I think I've sold about 3, maybe 4 so far. As we all know, ink sells, but this was from that big bag of ink, which was 50p each for an ink cartridge. I've actually struggled selling these ones. I don't know if these are like ones that are not as popular, but the name is just money. As soon as you see Canon, you've got to pick them up whether they can make you money or not, because you just never know. Unfortunately, these don't fetch that much. £12.50 for that, £12.50 for that. Different buyers bought at the exactly same time. So yeah, I paid 50p each. So great profit on them. I think I've got about 1 or 2 left. Another pair of Birkin Socks which I've sold, and that is from Saturday. So literally a day, and these have sold. These sold last night on Sunday, and these are the ones I picked up straight away from that other car boot. Picked them up for £1. Really, really desirable ones. These are very desirable ones. So when you see Birkin Socks and you see some ones like this, I actually did see somebody else. Oh, I think it was George from Resell. He picked some of these up as well. And yeah, he paid a lot more. I think he paid about 6 or 7 quid for his. I picked mine up for £1. They don't resell as much as they used to. Birkin Socks like this used to sell for around 40 quid. You can get some that still do that, but these ones I sold for £22.99. The thing is, I woke up to these being sold not only on eBay, but also on Vinted. I sold them on Vinted for £17, and then I sold them on eBay for £22.99. So I worked out which one gets me the most money, and eBay came out on top. Just now, some more footwear. And a long time ago, I went to an outlet. First proper time by doing this, by going to an outlet, seeing what there is, and then buying them to resell. I went to the Adidas outlet near me, and I picked up a pair of Adidas Hyperturf, I think they are. Really nice walking shoes. Nothing special, but these resell brand new for about 45 quid. I picked up, I think, about 4 boxes for 18 quid each. I bought my mum a pair as well. I had these up for £40. I gave an offer of £34 to somebody and they accepted. So I'm going to make a bit of money off them. I think I've got 1 pair of them left. I'm not going to buy them again because they have been really slow sellers. I did think they would sell a bit quicker, but obviously not. Next item is something that if you do see them, pick them up. I actually paid a bit too much for these. I have never paid £3 for one of these, but I did with this one. I picked up 2 and they both work. That's why I picked them up. So I paid £6 for 2. Reason being, I know they sell quite quickly. This one actually hasn't. This one's taken a couple of months to sell. I don't know why, but I think it's now the time where people are going on holidays and the families want to buy the kid like a little fun camera to take on holiday. Pretty much bomb-proof these things are. They're waterproof or water resistant, obviously, and they're very easy to use. If you can find these for £1 or £2, pick them up and you'll make a quick like 10 quid. I sold this for £12.99. Another Toy Story product, and it's the helmet. If you see these, yes, they are bulky. If you don't like doing bulky stuff, then leave it. But these are very, very popular. I have sold probably 2 or 3 of these in my time. And if you can pick them up for under £5, you're gonna make at least 20 quid. I sold this for £24.99 and I only picked this up for 3 quid. And the last sale of the weekend was this. It's like a camouflaged Andes backpack, a really good one. Had it for quite a while as well. I think I picked it up from a Thursday car boot. Didn't pay much for it, only £4, which is a bargain if you want it for yourself or to resell. A bag like this, even like this make, which I wouldn't say it's the best of makes, you can still get yourself around £20 to £25, and I sold it for £25. So absolute great find. If you see these on car boots, pick them up because everybody's going camping, hiking, and yeah, these bags usually in shops you're looking around easy 70, 80 quid, and the big top brands are over 100. So like I said, I probably made around about 400 quid in sales for a weekend, which is me coming back off my holiday. It's not too bad. I have been listing about 5 a day, and what I've been doing now is what I used to do all the time, which was when I list anything on eBay, I will list it on Vinted as well. And it seems like Vinted is slowly starting to pick up, so there must be some sort of algorithm in Vinted too. But back to the main topic. As you've seen, I've got a lot of stock. I see other YouTubers, other resellers who are pretty much empty. They have no stock at all, or their, shed or wherever it is pretty bare. They might be selling a lot more, but obviously watching their videos, I know they're not selling really that much. And also you can check out other people's eBay stores and see how much they actually have sold. Which is quite interesting to see which ones are telling the truth and which ones are telling lies, because there is a few people out there who are making up a bit of lies. When it comes to YouTube, you only see what they want to show you. So if they're telling you they're selling loads and it's all in 1 week, I know quite a few big YouTubers, well, I wouldn't say big YouTubers, about the same size as me, who say they've made so much money in a weekend, but it's actually over a week. So just be careful. Don't trust everybody on YouTube, because some of them do talk out their backside. But anyway, back to the start of the video when I was talking about, am I biting off the bullet really and doing too much stuff? I have got a lot of stock. You know it. It's all over the place. I've had people say, oh, I couldn't live in a house like that. It's not fair. You've got stock everywhere. And yeah, I have got stock everywhere. But remember, I'm doing this all by myself. No one is helping me with listing. No one is helping me with sourcing. I am doing it all, okay? Except for obviously the packing, which my mum does. Everything is me. As you know, I do this as well, YouTube, and to do videos like every day, which I usually do. I've got to post videos as well, so that takes out a few hours of my time. I've got to go out sourcing to do videos for you. If I'm not at a car boot, I'm at a charity shop. It's very rarely I sit down and do some like normal videos like this and just tell you what's what, or you know, like some sort of like help video, because most of the time Monday I'll do a what sold, or it'll be another car boot video, because I try and get about 3 or 4 car boots in, and then obviously I'll have 3 or 4 car boot videos for you to go through the week. Tuesday I'm usually going to a charity shop or going to an auction. Wednesday is car boot day and there's 2 car boots. Thursday sometimes I go to a car boot on that one. Friday I don't do anything, you know, that's a day where I can either go to charity shops or I just do whatever I do. Obviously Saturday I can either go to 1 car boot or travel a bit more to go 2, and then Sunday I can go to as many as one. I could go to 2, maybe 3, even 4 car boots if I want to like do them quickly. So for me to list stuff, I haven't got much time. It's hard juggling all together. We see other people who have got their girlfriends or their wives helping them, or they just don't pick up much stock. You know, when I go out and I go out like on a rampage. I will pick up as much stock as possible, whether it'll make me 10 quid or 100 quid. In the end of the day, money's money, and 10 quid is just as good as 100 quid, because that 10 quid might sell very quickly where the 100 quid might not do, and you've got to just take what you can take. You know, if you're very picky about sourcing, obviously you're not going to have as much stock, but then you've got that risk of not having much stock to list, and then the algorithm on your eBay might like go bad because you're not listing as much. I have got plenty of stock where I know I will never ever have that trouble. I can list 5 a day probably for the next year, and I will still have stock left. I could probably list 10 a day and I probably could last for the whole year. I have got so much stock. The only trouble is getting around to it. And what do you go for first? Do you go for the items that sell quicker, or do you go for the items which get you more money? Do you bother fiddling around with all the ones that take a bit more time, like for instance Lego or consoles, and checking it all works and then setting up and taking more pictures? Or do you put on the stuff that's like a plush, literally a minute to list? It's hard to think what one to choose, because a plush can sell very quickly, or it could hang around for a long time. It could make you 10 quid, but I've had plushes which makes me 30 quid or 100 quid. I've had 100 quid plushes. So it's very, very hard to choose what to put on, and that is my problem. I need to really think about what I want to do. Do I tackle a room first? Do I tackle high-end stock first? Do I tackle easy stock first? And that is where I'm sort of like getting a bit overwhelmed. I do not know where to start. I have got a plan now, which I'm doing, but this is not helping the old stock. Everything that I pick up, I then do list. It will be either on the day I bought it or the day after. So as you can see, the stuff was here when I walked through the door. That was from the car boot over the last week. So that was only less than a couple of days old when I bought it. The stuff on the table, which is behind the camera, that's been all over the place. It's probably from before holiday and obviously months ago. Stuff in the bedroom is obviously old stock, but also you need to think about what stock can sell now. Like I said, I've just sold a hiking bag. Pretty much all year round you can sell them, but now is the time to put them on. Got a lot of brand new life jackets that I picked up about 3 months ago. They should be going on now, because obviously it's summer holidays. People who are going on water holidays, you know, I've got a jet ski, will want one of these. So these need to go on, because when it comes to winter, no one's going to buy them. So I need to think what I need to put on first and really knuckle down on listing. I am listing, but it feels like when I list something, you don't notice about it. Or I will go to a car boot and the pile will just get even higher. It's hard. Probably some of you watching have got the same experience as me. You know, doing it by yourself as a reseller is a lot harder. So if you are thinking about doing reselling as well, live in your means. You know, if you haven't got time, then obviously think about how much stock you are doing. You know, should I lay off YouTube and not do as many videos? No, because I get paid from it, you know, and I enjoy doing these videos and people watch them. And like the algorithm on eBay, less videos to do, less people watch. Should I stop going around car boots? No, because it will affect lots of things. It will affect my stock, where I could be missing out on some good things. Also, if I'm not going to car boots, I'm not doing car boot videos, so it's going to affect my YouTube. So there's lots of things to go and think about when I'm listing. Do I do this? Do I take out that? Do I take out that? Or do I just try and do as much as I possibly can and just do like a day, like a proper day's work, and just do like, right, 9 o'clock till 5 o'clock, work like normal, do as much listing, and that's it? Or do I put 9 till 5 like you would do in a day job, get my listing in and get a video in? So editing a video, a couple of hours, and then the rest of it listing loads of stuff. I've got to think about it. Let me know what you do. Let me know what you think I should do. But yeah, this is the end of the video. Now I've got to edit this. Got to take the Birkin Socks to my friend. So hope you enjoyed this. If you did, like it, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow with a really good car boot where I pick up something really, really nice.